Hey everybody, Clint Louie coming to us with 5 minutes from friendship. Work, W-O-R-K. That is a 4-letter word. That is not a dirty word. That is a good, wholesome word. Work, W-O-R-K. And I want to say to us, I want to speak to us today on the matter of work. You and I, God has made us to work. And we need to stir that up in our lives. We are living in an entitlement world. You know what I mean by that? I mean, we see such a generation rising now, their hands are out. They don't want a hand up, they want a hand out. And you know, the truth is, let's be more than willing and loving to give people a hand up. But we have no time and no responsibility for handouts. The fact is that God has given you breath in your body. It's time to go to work. You know what this is true. Now listen, y'all. If a person doesn't want to work, they've always got a reason why they can't. They can tell you all about their situation. They can tell you all about why they can't do something. The fact is, if you have responsibilities, it's not my job to meet your responsibilities. You get up and go to work. Everywhere I drive now, I know there are times when the economy isn't good, but everywhere I go right now, I see signs up everywhere. Now hiring, open interviews, come by and see us at such and such a day and such an hour. Granted, there are some jobs that I don't want to work in the rest of my life, but here's the thing. If I need to eat and my kids need to eat, then a job is better than no job. And if you won't work, the Bible tells us you shouldn't eat. Let me read you a verse. 2 Thessalonians 3 and verse 10. Listen carefully. 2 Thessalonians 3:10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. If any would not work, neither should he eat. I'm not telling you about people who have lost a job, laid off, somebody's house burned down, somebody got sick, somebody in a car accident, they had surgery, laid up out of work. I'm not telling you we shouldn't help those people, but I'm telling you for the lazy, for the slothful, for those that would rather sit around all day playing video games than putting bread on the table, for those that would rather mooch off of you to support their drunkenness and their drug habits. I'm telling you now, if a man will not work, neither should he eat. And by the way, if you call yourself a man, but you will not work, you are no man. You are no man whatsoever. A man makes sure his wife and kids have food on the table. A man takes care of the responsibility. A man lives by the sweat of his brow. God has given us 2 hands, breath in our body, and 2 legs to get up and go to work. You know, the fact is right now, one reason I'm so stirred up about this is because there's a man that I know right now. This dear man, you talk about health needs, he's been through it. He recently lost a leg. He recently had a prosthetic put on. He's got 1 foot and a prosthetic. But you know what? He's out there pounding pavement, looking for jobs, going to place, getting on the phone. And if a man with 1 foot is out there trying to find work to do, then what excuse do I have, or what excuse do you have? The fact is that you are responsible for your own self. So quit mooching off of people. Quit acting like people owe you. And quit acting like that if somebody else doesn't take care of you, then they don't love you. You know what you must do? You must go to work. And by the way, time out here. Let me just say this too. It's high time a whole bunch of us. I know it's not easy. And I'm not telling us to turn our backs on people in need. But I'm telling you, we cannot be enablers. We cannot be enablers. We cannot support people's laziness, drunkenness, video games, and drug habits. They won't work, so we enable them. I can't do it. It's not my responsibility. The problem with socialism is that eventually you run out of other people's money. And the fact is, if you are receiving without working, somebody else is working without receiving. That's not the way God intended it. If you are receiving without working, somebody else is working without receiving. A dear Christian lady I know and love, she told me this one time years ago. She said, if you have a need, God will give you a job. Well, you know what? If you have a need, God will give you a job. Are you ready to go to work? Let's make it happen. Put some bread on the table. Let's go to work. This is Clint Louie telling you today, the Lord is good. Have a great day.